We landed in Omaha, and my family's luggage didn't. So instead of sitting around waiting for bags that weren't coming in anytime soon, I did what any thrift lover would do, and I dragged my family to the nearest vintage spot. And since I had been to Omaha before, I already knew there were some places that I didn't get to. So I was not prepared for what we walked into. This first spot, the Flying Worm, tucked inside was all of this Y2K, racks of denim, leather with fringe, and a whole tray of brooches, y'all. So you all know I was there. I was in it. I was locked in. And so the stuff that we were finding here is not the kind of pieces that you just run across. This is stuff that you're like hunting for. And this was just the first stop. I was so excited and happy to find this place. They had a whole back room full of denim. They had some upcycle pieces, which I thought were super cute. They had a lot of leather, and my stepmom actually bought a beautiful leather jacket with fringe. They had lots of cut-off denim jeans into shorts, cargo, like Carhartt shorts that were cut off. And the prices were pretty decent as well. Everything was marked by size. They did have some camo jackets. They had lots of men's blazers. So again, if I had room and I needed to grab some, extra blazers, which y'all know I don't need any more of, this definitely would have been the place. They also had some great pre-loved cowboy boots. They had these great pins. I have a ton of these on my jacket. So I just took a few minutes to look around and then spent a little while around these leather and suede jackets that I thought were just absolutely amazing. And again, I'll show you really quickly the jacket that my stepmom picked up. This is the jacket. It is beautiful. It's got a great weight to it. It has these cutouts with the suede up underneath. She's gonna love it and wear it well. So right across the street, we popped into this spot, the greatest store in the universe. And this one, not a thrift store at all. It's more of a novelty shop that's full of political statement tees, buttons, souvenir. Definitely a lot of personality in here. And normally I would have skipped something like this, but I ended up grabbing a patch for the sandhill cranes. And I'm glad I did, because later on, I didn't even see anything like this anywhere else. So after Flying Worm, we ended up going back to a spot I already knew, the Lutheran Thrift shop. And sometimes when you go back to a place, it hits the same, and sometimes it doesn't. They changed the layout a bit, still a lot of coats, men's shirts, blazers, the usual. I did spot a few brooches, so of course I had to check those out. And on the way out, I almost got distracted by this blue glassware because I've been slowly building a collection. But here's the thing, if it doesn't match what you already have, you gotta leave it. So a quick stop, not a miss, but not the moment either. Now, next up, Thrift World. And listen, I really wanted this to be good, but the layout, overpacked, and not one single hidden gem. Not one.
Over here to look at these ties.
You know, it wasn't even like you got to work hard for it. It just wasn't there.
$7, y'all.
And then I hit the tie section, and y'all, why did they want $6 and $7 for ties? I have never seen a tie in a thrift store priced at $7. Never. At that point, I already knew this wasn't the stop. So yeah, we didn't stay long. We got out of there.
Okay, next stop is St. Vincent de Paul. You guys came here with me before. We're going in.
So we moved on to St. Vincent de Paul, another spot I'd been to before. And this one, pretty solid. Clothing, housewares, a little bit of everything. The kind of place where you usually find something if you take your time. But here's the thing. We'd already been to a few places at this point, and I was still waiting for that moment. And then we found it completely by accident. We were driving to St. Vincent, and my stepmom goes, "Ooh, what's that? Vintage Oasis?" I was like, "Yeah, we got to come back there." So we did.
Let's go.
And Vintage Oasis, I'm just going to say it now. This is the best thrift store in Omaha. Best. From the second you walk in, you can feel the difference. It's bright. It's colorful. The music is right. And everything is actually merchandised. And that matters more than people think. Jewelry, beautiful. Brooches, yes, I found more. Glassware, antiques, lamps, even vintage sewing machines and typewriters. And what I loved most, you didn't have to dig for the good stuff. It was already presented to you.
If you're from my age bracket, then you remember the pickup sticks.
And just when I thought I'd seen everything, the owner, Steve, he goes, "Hey, have you seen the back?" Y'all, there was a whole other section.
This is Steve.
Hello, how are you?
And this is Vintage Oasis.
Omaha.
Tell me a little bit about the store. How long has it been here?
So,
and what motivated you to even get started?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what motivated me to get started. I think it was just serendipity. I had a landscaping company my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
I bought this building about 3.5 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I was going to put my landscaping stuff in the basement. I could get everything in and out, and I always had a big collection of my own stuff. We put some, did like a show, so one of my friends wanted to do like a pop-up show,
Yeah.
and that went really well, and
Okay.
I wasn't big into selling stuff at the time. I was
Yeah.
more into collecting, but
Yeah.
I got to see how many people were happy with all the stuff that I bought. You know?
Right,
And
right.
then you just pass on that joy
Yeah.
to them, and I always enjoyed the find.
Yes.
That was my best one.
Yes.
But then when other people find something that they've been looking for, it's a whole nother story. So
Yeah.
I slowly started to want to sell some more stuff. And then we started doing like monthly sales.
Okay.
And they went so well. I was like, maybe we should just try to
Keep
open
going.
weekly. I opened with weekly hours on Thanksgiving Day because I knew so many people have friends from out of town that they wanted to see the play.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll just do it then. I didn't expect on selling anything.
Yeah.
But every single person that came through that door that day was with visitor. That year when we started the weekly hours, we ended up getting Best of Omaha that year. And we got back to
Wow.
Omaha last year again.
Yeah.
I'd like to get it again, but
Yeah.
if not, I don't need an award
This
to
is
let me
great.
know how
It's
great this
fantastic.
store
I
is.
mean, I've just been looking at the pieces that you have in there. They're just spectacular. Got it.
This coming up Thanksgiving will mark our
We'll
third
mark
year.
your third year. That is wonderful. And I saw this oak. This is like a carved
So
from
that is
an oak
actually a
tree.
huge teak tree stump from Indonesia.
Wow.
And this is what really made the store stand out. Steve was just good people, super welcoming, took the time to talk with us, even gifted my stepmom a ceramic crane. I mean, come on. And that right there, you can't manufacture that. So, yeah, after a few stops that were a hit or miss, this one made the whole day worth it. If you're ever in Omaha, don't skip Vintage Oasis. You will not regret it. The next day, we hit the road headed to Kearney. And I'll be honest, thrifting wasn't even in any part of my mind. It was not part of the plan at all. I had a little time to go and grab lunch. My family had already eaten. I had been working all day. So I stopped for lunch at this Thai restaurant that was recommended by a couple that we ran into when we were watching the cranes the night before. And let me tell you all, first of all, the people in Kearney, just genuinely kind. Sometimes when you're traveling, you remember the places, but sometimes you remember how people made you feel. And Kearney, it was giving that.
Okay, so I just got my vegetable egg rolls. Okay, you guys, so I just got my food and it looks so good. This is the salmon curry. Look at that. And look at my little rice. Egg rolls to the side. And let's have my curry with the rice. I always like to put my rice in. Yo. You need to come to Kearney. This is so good.
Couple of my friends live there.
Okay.
Chicago.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
very big.
We have maybe one good Thai restaurant, but
The
yeah,
rest no
this
good?
is so good. This
Oh,
is
thank you.
delicious.
Thank you.
Yeah.
A lot of Lao people. They open Thai restaurant.
Yeah.
So they don't know much.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
not the real Thai.
Right. Not
Yeah.
the real Thai. Yep.
Okay, you have
But
a
thank
set
you.
trip to come by yourself.
No, I'm with my stepmom and my brother.
Oh, thank you. You have a
Thank
good
you.
trip.
Thank you so much.
So I leave lunch. I get back in the car and realize I've got about 2 hours before we head out to watch the cranes. All right. Very, very good lunch. All right.
So as we were leaving the Thai restaurant, I just Googled to see if there was a thrift store in the area, and come to find out, there is. And we are here. This is the building. Okay, I'm guessing they're open. We're gonna see if they are. Looks like it. Oh, wow. Hi, how are you? Good. It is.
And at this
Wow.
point,
I just
you
came
already
from
know,
the
I
Thai
can't just sit
restaurant.
still when there might be a thrift store nearby. So I found this spot, Tri-City Village Thrift. And this one felt different the second I walked in. Not just because it was organized, which it was, but because of what it stands for. The owner uses this space to support people who are rebuilding their lives, whether it's after incarceration or addiction. And that kind of mission, you feel it. in the space. Now, if you're someone who upcycles, you're looking for a suit to disassemble, this is a spot you want to take your time in. A lot of men's suits, structure pieces, denim jeans, great for breaking down and rebuilding. I was looking for military style jackets. I didn't find one this time, but it's definitely the kind of place where you could. All right, so that was the Tri-City Village Thrift here in Kearney. And it's packed. If I needed denim or men's suits, I could definitely get a few from there. Didn't see anything that was like new with tags, so I definitely would have to, sift through some things. But I think overall, if you're looking for pieces that you could upcycle, this would be a place for it. They didn't have much jewelry. I didn't see any brooches or, anything like that. I did see some necklaces and lots of earrings, some beads and things like that, but that was about it. So anyway, let me see if there's another one in the area. I wasn't even thinking about trying to go to a thrift store, but let me check. And then, of course, I spotted a Goodwill. Now listen, people sleep on Goodwill, but if you know what you're looking for, there's always something. I headed straight to the back to find brand new long underwear still in the package. And at this point, I already knew I was going to be freezing watching those cranes later that evening. So yeah, that went straight to my cart. They also had brand new leather belts, which if you upcycle, you already know that's gold. I came across a denim upcycled handbag, which I love seeing. Then this is what sealed the deal. These dark 501 Levi's. Because this project that I'm working on, I can only use dark denim, not dusty denim, not gray denim. I need black, dark denim jeans. So this was not something that I could leave behind. So yeah, Omaha gave me variety, some hits, some misses, and one standout spot I'd go to in a heartbeat. And Kearney, that one surprised me. Not just in what I found, but in the people, the purpose, and unexpected spots along the way. And that's the thing about thrifting. When you travel, you can plan it, or you can just follow the moment and see what shows up. All right, you guys, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that subscribe button below and click the like button. And I will see you in the next one. All right, so we just came from the Goodwill here in Kearney, and it was actually pretty good. I found 3 things that I can use for upcycling. We'll talk about all that stuff once we get back to Chicago. It'll probably be in a separate episode, but yeah, that was fun.